So before I begin, a quick show of hands. Do you want to be a great leader? Maybe 3 years from now, 5 years from now. Do you think it's an easy job? Do you think you have what it takes to handle it? Do you think the answer to becoming a great leader is very simple? Like, it might be tough, but it's simple. Alright. One person thinks so. Well, a guy started asking this question for a very long time, Simon Sinek. And he started wondering, why is it that some people, despite the odds, despite the circumstances, despite everything that's going against them, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, why do they succeed? And he took the same concept to organizations. Why is it that Apple, who has competitors, who have the same resources, who have the same talent, who have the same distribution networks, who are equally, if not more skilled than Apple, why do they succeed and why do they outperform the market by 20 or 30 times when others don't? And he came up with a very simple concept, not based on what he thought, but based on research. And that's what he calls the golden circle. When you talk about an organization, when you think about an organization, often what happens is an organization tells you what they do. We make great products. We make ice creams, we make iPhones, we make iPads, we make computers, we make anything from A to Z. And that's how they brand your message. How they do it. The first part, they talk about what they're doing. The second part, they talk about how they're doing it. So let's say if I was talking about Apple and Apple went with the conventional way, they would say, we make great products, we make great laptops, we have great technology, and that's my what. How do we do it? We make sure that the design is great, we make sure that our products are easy to use, we make sure that you lick the iPhone. That's what Steve Jobs said, that I want to create a phone that you want to lick at the end of the day. And lastly, they might say, we happen to have an iPod. Do you want to buy it? And that's the conventional approach that we think about when we think of any other company. But what did Apple do differently? They started off from within, they started off from why. They said we believe in challenging the status quo in everything that we do. We believe in thinking differently. We believe in thinking creatively. We believe that we can do something different in this world and we will not be catered to by the status quo and we'll challenge the status quo. So let's start off, okay, this is what we think. How do we do it? We make great products. We make products with brilliant design. We make products that you want to lick at the end of the day. And finally, we happen to have a couple of iPods. We have iPads. We have laptops. Would you want to buy some? You see the difference? You see the striking exemplars of how companies go about pitching their message? A lot of us, when we go to work in the morning, and if someone asks us what we do, we have a very clear answer. I know what I do, I'm a marketeer. I make medicines, I make this, and I make that. And if you think of the same perspective for your employees, do your employees know why they wake up in the morning? Do your employees know what is the crux of your organization? Do they know that every day when they wake up, there is a larger purpose in the world that they're serving? It's not just making one product or two products or three products or Amazon from A to Z. There's a bigger purpose in the world. Why should I care? You remember the 3 golden principles when it comes to public speaking. They talk about, when you're pitching to an audience, you talk about, who are you? So if you're an audience, you're going to ask me the first thing, if you're watching me perform, let's say, because I believe public speaking is an art. If you're watching me perform for the first time, you're going to ask me, number 1, who are you? What do you have to say? And the most important question, what's in it for me? Because if there's what's in it for you that's not there, that's missing, you have no reason, you have no motivation, you have no aspiration to listen to what I have to say. If what I say cannot be related to your daily lives, if it cannot be related to what you face every day at work, then you can't really do anything about it and you wouldn't be caring about what I say or what I do. So if you're a company, if you're a manager, if you want to be a great leader, you start off with a very basic principle. Why I do something? Why is it that you should care? Why is it that I wake up in the morning? Why is it that I'm a part of this world? Why is it that you should care? Why is it that you should come to work in the morning? So you start off with why, then eventually you move to the how. Now, if I was Dell, now how many of you know that Dell came up with iPods? Not iPods, but MP3 players. Do you know that? So a couple of people know. Now Dell, and now if you think about it, would you buy a music player for a computer company? We don't, but don't we do the same thing with Apple? We buy iPods, we buy iPads, we buy laptops, we buy every single thing, and you see those Mac fans, they're outside the stores, waiting every single year. The iPhone 6 comes out, the 7 comes out, 8 comes out, 9 comes out. I don't think we had an iPhone 9, right? But you had iPhone 10, and they waited for it. So, at the end of the day, to cut it short, start with why. Start asking yourself the questions, why are you waking up in the morning? Start asking yourself that if my company dissolved all its product, dissolves everything that we did, was there a purpose behind which we were standing? Because when you identify that purpose, you and your entire organization will stand behind it. And hopefully you'll find this trend to become a great leader. Over to you.